the most important thing when it comes to your health is prevention. You know what I'm saying? Prevention is the most important aspect of health and life in general. Not fixing a problem, but avoiding problems. So these are the telltale signs that a guy may not be right for you. And understand this, okay? Is that as toxic as people are, and as many secrets they want to hold from you in the beginning, it's gonna come out. Their unconscious will they need to let go. They need to express those feelings inside, right? It's like if you have a secret. Every person who has a secret has an urge to tell people your secret. I remember one time, it's kind of crazy. I was in Mexico and I met a few guys at a bar, and I was down to meet friends. Long story short, they were telling me how it's kind of crazy, man. They were telling me how sometimes in Mexico they would meet women who were 15, 14, and they were just joking about it. And they told me when they were drunk, right? And I'm looking at them, I'm like, I'm laughing, but I'm like, what the fuck? Does he know what the hell he's telling me? Like, goddamn, you idiot. But the reason why they were telling me is because they feel guilt. And they need to somehow express it, right? I know that's a dark thing, but the point is that people will always, they're always going to leak out information about their character, about their secret desires, about their secret, about their dark side. It will always leak out. We're just not paying attention. You know, like if you notice any friends of yours who were toxic, who were narcissists, who you end up knowing that they were narcissists, most likely they told you in the beginning. You just didn't know. The thing is that when people have negative traits about themselves or when they have secrets, for some reason, human nature, they need to tell somebody. It's a burden. It's a fucking burden. And the way that you know is that if they don't tell somebody, their unconscious will process it for them, and they'll start having dreams about about the fucked up things they did, or even though their conscience will be so heavy on them that they'll need to tell somebody. That's why you have the Sopranos. You have Tony Soprano who goes to a therapist because he needs to tell somebody the things he can't talk about with somebody else, right? Anyways, if a guy tells you he's not over his ex, that's a red flag. Now, most guys won't tell you that, right? Not most guys. Some guys will. Some guys will be honest with you. But some guys will not tell you that. The guys who will tell you that they're not over their ex are the guys that when they meet you, they don't have chemistry with you. But over time, they're going to end up liking you. But those guys are the best because they'll tell you they'll tell you about their dating life. This is the thing, is that when a guy meets you and he automatically feels chemistry, they won't tell you that they're not over their ex. But you know how those relationships that when you meet them at first, you don't like them too much, but over time you actually end up liking them, right? That's what I'm talking about. Some guys in the beginning will tell you that they're not over their ex. They'll tell you how they got dumped, how maybe they got cheated on and stuff like that, and how they're still attached to that person. Now the guy might not have to tell you that he's not over his ex, but if you notice that that bitch did some fucked up shit to him, most likely he's not over her, especially if it was recently. Never try to compete with an ex. If a guy's not over his ex, I would recommend you move on. Because when he's with you, he's going to be fantasizing about you. Those little moments when he just like dazes off, like he's like, oh, sorry. He was having flashbacks to that ass. He was imagining what it was to be with her. Or even worse, if you actually kind of look like her, when both of you guys will have sex, he's actually going to even fantasize he's doing it with her. You may not believe me, but trust me, that's how some guys like, that's how they deal with those traumas. And that's why people end up dating the same looking person, to be honest with you. So that's one thing. If he's not over his ex, it's better off to just find somebody who's over their ex. Like, it's like, rather than get a fucking rescue puppy who's traumatized and will have PTS dog, get a dude who's like a brand new puppy. A dude who's not over his ex. It's just much better. Second, always busy. If he tells you he's always busy, if he tells you that he works a lot, he doesn't have a lot of time and stuff like that, it's better off, or even worse, if he tells you he lives far away from you and he actually has to come to his job. The point is that if he's busy, or if he's unavailable in terms of distance, if he lives far from you, it's better off not to make it work. Because look, man, first of all, the distance part is that humans naturally end up being with people who live close to them. Like those relationships, the people who live close to each other, those relationships work out the most. So just by that, you increase the likelihood. Avoiding guys who live far away from you. I'm sorry. Second thing is that guys who are always busy, they're always going to use that as an excuse to not see you, as an excuse to maybe even cheat on you, as an excuse to maybe even have another girl next to him, as an excuse to not bond with you emotionally, right? It's better off you just avoid the guys who from straight on tells you they're always busy. Like doctors, as much as good as it is, or even an NBA player who's always traveling, it's not compatible for intimacy. I'm sorry, as high value as they are, it's not compatible. Second thing, I'm always depressed, or he has a lot of mental health issues, that kind of stuff, and they'll confess to you this. But look, I'm sorry, you guys might not agree with me, but if a guy is consistently depressed, unless you have the white savior syndrome, which a lot of women have, if a guy's consistently depressed, he has bipolar, has anger issue, and he tells you, my love, I will recommend you find somebody who has no mental health issues. So the sad thing is that I'm telling this to a population which is women, who have most depression, you know what I'm saying? And you guys understand how difficult it is sometimes dealing with somebody with depression, because most women are, not most women, but most women are the ones that get prescribed mental health pills and stuff like that, right? Guys have it the worst though. Most guys are the ones that murder. Most guys are the ones that go to jail. Most guys are the ones that have anger issues. But when it comes to emotional instability, it's mostly women, unfortunately, because of the hormones. The point is, if you meet a guy who has any of these things, it's better to just walk away. It's like the spanking new puppy. I prefer you get a goddamn new puppy rather than a puppy who's fucking tweaking from like trauma and shit, man. He might attack you or some shit. Get a guy who doesn't have that. Now, you guys might say, how do you know? Well, if he tells you clearly he's not it, I'm sorry. Like, the fucked up thing is a lot of you ladies will get attracted to that. That's a fucked up thing. A lot of you ladies will see that, and your savior complex will want to rescue him, right? Especially if he reminds you of your fucked up parents, right? So if a guy has mental health issues and confesses it to you, I am sorry. I will recommend you find a guy who doesn't have it, okay? 3, a bad texter, even if he tells you. A guy tells you he's a bad texter. If a guy tells you he always responds late because he doesn't have his phone on you, let me tell you something. No motherfucker, every person has their phone on them all the time. Even Eckhart Tolle. I don't give a fuck. If a guy tells you he rarely has his phone on him, he's just planting the idea that he's not gonna text you that much. And he's gonna use that as an excuse to whenever he takes a long time to respond, he's gonna tell you, I told you I take a long time to respond. It's better off you just don't engage with that. Or even it's not much of a big deal, but when you feel insecure, it is a big deal. You get what I'm trying to say? And the last one, I'm a narcissist. The funny thing is, the beauty about it is that narcissists tell you they're narcissists, a lot of them. A lot of them confess that they're narcissists. If a guy tells you he's a narcissist, boo-boo, it's better off you believe what he tells you and moonwalk your ass back. Moonwalk, your ass back, because guys will tell you that they're narcissists. Again, it's almost like a way to release that burden of who they are, right? Because studies even show that narcissists usually confess, or even though most people who are narcissists, not all of them, but I don't know the percentage, but they'll tell you they are, right? And you might find it endearing at first. You might find his narcissism as attractive as an edge to his character. But again, long term, it just doesn't work out, and you're just gonna waste your time. All right. So these are the 5 things that if a man tells you or confesses to you, moonwalk your ass back. Purchase my online course, that's Psychological Game of Attraction, Natural Chemistry, 50% off today and tomorrow. And I'll see you guys. And let me know, what are other things that a guy shouldn't say that if a guy says, you should leave? Comment down below. Like this video for the algorithm. And I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have 2 nieces, one is 8, 19, and one is 14, 15.
16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're going to be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one will teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace, and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship, and this a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you could read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. I'm closing the channel.